This original WSRE presentation is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Pensacola State Today. I'm your host, Drexel Gilbert. We have an exciting program for you today. PSC President Dr. Ed Meadows is in the studio to talk about new programs to be offered at Pensacola State College, including a new baccalaureate degree and new advanced technical certificate programs. PSC not only has an outstanding academic reputation, the college's athletics programs are top-notch, producing outstanding athletes with impressive GPAs. PSC's influence moves well beyond classroom walls and campus margins. We will learn how an artistic and tasty movement is making a difference in your community. You're going to want to be a part of this. And we will tell you why many of our veterans are making their way to the classrooms at Pensacola State College. First today, Pensacola State College has some of the finest programs of study to offer students of all ages and interest, and the list of programs continues to grow. Dr. Ed Meadows joins us in the studios this afternoon to talk about the newest programs that are being offered to the students here and others that will be. And Dr. Meadows, welcome to the studio.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here, Drexel.
Well, we have a fine list here to go through. Where would you like to start first, sir?
Well, I think I would like to start at the state level. We have the national model for what is called the 2+2, in that the Florida college system and the state university system have an articulation agreement that guarantees any student that graduates with an AA degree, Associate of Arts, is guaranteed admission to one of our state universities. We've fine-tuned that now locally with University of West Florida, so that we have a program called the PSC to UWF program, where a part-time advisor counselor from UWF actually has an office at our Pensacola campus to advise students about their opportunity to be automatically admitted to UWF once they're admitted to Pensacola State College. And I think this certainly helps ease the unknown for a student about where, they can be admitted. And of course, not all students are going to go to UWF that are enrolled at Pensacola State. They go all over the country, as a matter of fact, but a very large percentage of our Associate of Arts students and Associate of Science students do transfer to the University of West Florida. And also in keeping with our offering baccalaureate degrees, our Bachelor's of Applied Science degree with a concentration in healthcare management now will articulate into University of West Florida's master's degree program in healthcare administration. And then we'll be signing these articulation agreements in January, but they are already in effect. Also, where we have our baccalaureate degree in administration and supervision in any of the concentrations that will transfer to the University of West Florida's Master's of Science in Business Administration. So these are great partnerships with the University of West Florida, and it certainly is going to, I think, help keep local talent and the future workforce in Northwest Florida by having these articulation agreements.
And so there's the benefit to the colleges and to the community and keeping the talent here. Let's just, before we move on to the next one, for the student, what does this mean? It simplifies, it makes things, as you said, maybe a little less uncertain for them.
Yeah, well, and of course, a lot of our students are adult students, so the access point of being able to complete an associate degree, a baccalaureate degree, and a master's degree without leaving Pensacola certainly helps the pocketbook, and also helps students that are already in the workforce, where the majority of our baccalaureate students are already in the workforce, and the baccalaureate degrees are workforce degrees. So it simply is an accessible way to move up educationally, and also creates a career ladder for those individuals that want to pursue all the way up through a master's degree program.
And less disruption for their life, because as you say, they can do it all right here in this community. All right, what about the new baccalaureate degree?
You know, one of the strongest programs that we have is our visual arts program. We have a number of specialties in visual arts, but one of the most outstanding of the visual arts program is our graphic arts program. And unfortunately, we've had students that, very talented students. As a matter of fact, Pensacola State College wins probably 2/3 of all the Addy Awards in this region, and for the past 2 years have won national Addy Awards at the national competitions in graphic design. But students that need a baccalaureate degree, they've had to leave the community to go to Savannah or to South Florida to Sales College. And one thing that we did for people that wanted to start a business, we did a concentration off of our BAS degree in graphic design management. But our students kept telling us we don't want to have to leave Pensacola State College to get our baccalaureate degree in graphic design. So we're proposing a pure graphic design baccalaureate degree that would be 4 years in that technical specialty, and that will certainly keep the talent home.
Yes.
Be a lot less expensive for them to go to a private university to get that baccalaureate degree, and also allow them to work while they're pursuing the baccalaureate degree. And as you well know, we have some very fine marketing public relations firms here in Northwest Florida.
And it's nice, like you said, to keep it home, keep it all in the family, so to speak.
That's exactly right.
Like that. All right, now we'll move on to, you have new advanced technical certificates to talk about too.
Yes, the advanced technical certificates build upon a student receiving an associate degree, for example, in human resource management and law enforcement management and project management. These give additional specialization to a student that may already be in the workforce after they got their associate degree, so to help them in their career ladder. We piloted the advanced technical certificate program in cosmetic arts with the spa industry to create a technician that could work in the spa industry once they got their degree in cosmetic arts, and that has been very, very successful. So these are 3 more of those advanced technical degree programs, which also will matriculate into a baccalaureate degree at some point in time.
Okay, so again, just more evidence that Pensacola State College is providing and continually seeking to provide more opportunities to these students, not just to give them their academic career while they're here on this campus, but to make sure that when they leave, that they have somewhere to go in terms of their future.
That's exactly right. And you know, we're starting to hear in workforce training stackable certifications and stackable certificates, and these advanced certificate programs are designed for that. For example, our cybersecurity associate degree program, we just had a graduate that graduated with an associate degree in cybersecurity. They got a job here locally, and their annualized salary is $80,000 a year. And that's with an associate degree.
And that's well said. And probably got your attention, didn't it? All right, thank you so much, Dr. Meadows, for being with us again. We always enjoy it when you visit us in the studio and look forward to hearing all the wonderful things that are going on the PSC campus.
Well, I look forward to returning in the future.
Thank you. When we come back, we'll explore the growing athletics program at Pensacola State College and talk with a student athlete about the difference that PSC is making in her life and her future. We'll be right back. Welcome back. There's no doubt that students are charting their course to a brighter future in the classrooms at Pensacola State College, but they are also taking steps toward that future on the ball field and on the basketball and volleyball courts. Joining us in the studio to talk about PSC's excellent athletics programs and the commitment to helping students be the best that they can be in the classroom as well are Brenda Penna, who is the women's softball coach. Welcome.
Thank you.
And also Kinsley Mason, who plays softball and is a sophomore here at Pensacola State College. Welcome, Kinsley.
Thank you.
All right, Brenda, first let's talk about overall the athletics program at Pensacola State College. There are lots of opportunities for student athletes who are looking for a place to find a home after their academic and athletic career in a high school. Talk to me about what they can find here.
Well, we like to think that we offer a well-rounded program. We participate in the Panhandle Conference, which is by and large considered the strongest conference in the country. So you're able to sell that aspect to the student athlete who is hoping to use it as a stepping stone. We lead the state academically every year. So I've been here 17 years. We've led it every year that I've been here. And we really work hard on letting them understand to be a part of our community. So with all three of those aspects, we try to get a well fit for our program, which is the student athlete truly.
Okay. What types of athletic opportunities are here at Pensacola State College for students? In other words, what sports are offered in terms of their athletic career?
We have men's and women's basketball. We have baseball, softball, and volleyball.
Okay, and all of these teams do quite well.
Yes, they do. We are very, very proud of our entire athletic program. And year in and year out, it's a great product to watch.
Okay, before we talk to Kinsley, I want to ask you a question because I happen to know that you don't just coach at this college, you also played here at one point in time. Tell me how that affected your career and what you've done with your life.
Many years ago, I was very blessed for Don Perry, our athletic director at the time. He offered me a softball scholarship to play here. In fact, I was the first softball signee and started the program. So it was truly coming home to be able to coach at my alma mater and somewhere that truly opened the door for me to be successful. So it's our program, it's our home, and it's easy to recruit when I'm telling a parent, this is where I live, it's where I've chosen to raise my family, and we'd like for your child to come be a part of that. And it makes it fun.
Okay, so speaking of recruiting, let's talk now to Kinsley Mason, who's a sophomore at PSC, does play softball, and they recruited you all the way from Colorado. So let's talk about what got you from there to here.
Well, definitely the academic side of PSC was very appealing to me, and the community, like just being a well-rounded individual is the focus here. Student athlete, student truly does come first here. We have the highest GPA in the state, and we are focused on our academics. If you don't make it academically, you can't make it here athletically. So that's a very appealing part to me, to be able to go to a next college, and the first question you get asked when you're recruited by another college is, well, what's your GPA? So having a high GPA is very appealing to coaches because they know you've been in college and you can handle the pressure of the classroom and the field at the same time.
Okay, speaking of pressure, what's your GPA?
It's a 3.5.
3.5, that's awesome. And let's elaborate a little bit about how being involved in softball and in the athletics program here has helped you maintain and achieve this nice GPA that you have.
It's because you have somebody not necessarily watching over you, but they expect higher things of you in the classroom. And you're definitely put on the spotlight being an athlete. Your teachers know your coaches, and they know they can email your coach anytime they want if you're not in class or you're not making good grades and not making the cut. Then you have to be a leader for your school because everybody looks to you because they're like, oh, she's on the softball team, like, let's see what she does. And everybody's looking to see you. So you really just have to perform well on the field and in the classroom.
Okay, Brenda, you talked a little bit about it. Kinsley, so did you. Let's talk a little bit more. And Kinsley, you can start this one about the community service. You mentioned being a leader on the campus, but you're also interested about being a leader in the community, not just here, but I'm assuming into your life after you leave PSC.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me about your community service and how it's helping you.
We do a breast cancer walk. We do a Rotary golf tournament. We do a clay shoot, which raises money for scholarships for PSC. We do a food drive. And it really just lets you know that you are privileged and you need to help, like, lend a helping hand to other people, that you should take the good aspects of your life and apply them to other people and help them realize that they can achieve stuff in their life as well.
Okay. Now, Brenda, to you, when you see these young students come in on the first day at Pensacola State College and you look at them, obviously, yes, you want them to perform as an athlete to the best of their ability, but you do focus more on that. You focus on the entire person. And tell me why that's important and why Pensacola State College does such a good job of that.
Well, all of our coaches, and we're truly blessed in that situation that we have a departmental philosophy, is that we are here to develop citizens. We're here to help our communities become better by having productive people in them. So when these student athletes come to us, obviously Kinsley's softball ability is what first got our attention. And then we say, how are you academically? So then now we know she's our kind of young lady. She's got the character that we're looking for in a person. And because there's hundreds out there that you have to sift through. But then we bring them in and explain to them. It's so nice to hear her say the things that we've talked about. You're blessed. You have, you know, a tremendous opportunity here. Now let's help someone who may need a helping hand, because that's when we truly become a better person, is when we help others.
Okay, awesome. Now back to the athletic side of it. The students, when they leave here, by and large, are looking to go to the next step for both their academic and their athletic careers. So how does what they've learned here in becoming a well-rounded person take them to the next level?
Well, again, departmentally, not just softball, but all of our sports have mandatory study halls. They have mandatory workouts other than the sport. And we also have, you know, tremendous practices. So when I'm talking to a Division I school, they're not going to hold their hand. They're going to expect these young people to be self-reliant. And that's what we teach them while they're here, is to become self-reliant, to become an overachiever, and to help yourself be successful for that program. So it's really, we have a tremendous track record, and people like recruiting our kids because they know they're getting a great kid.
Okay, Kinsley, to you, we'll wrap this up. How prepared do you feel to go to the next level, and how has this experience helped you with that preparation?
PSC was definitely a great stepping stone. It's kind of like you test the waters and see, okay, I can do this. Like, I can perform in the classroom, I can perform on the field at the same time, and I can be a good person and help my community. And I feel 100% ready to go on to the next level and make an impact at a four-year school.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It's just been a joy meeting you, and Brenda, nice to see you. I'm so glad that you were here with us today.
Thank you.
And we just wish you, Kinsley, all the best as you do take the next step. And we're looking for great things from the softball team and also all the athletics programs at PSC.
Absolutely, Drexel. Thank you for having us, and go Pirates.
Go Pirates. All right, thank you. Still to come on Pensacola State Today, art and food come together on the campus of PSC, and when they do, many in the community will benefit. We'll be right back. One of the many things that makes Pensacola State College so special is the way the college integrates into the community, trying to make a difference in lives even beyond the campus. One way PSC does that is with two events that benefit Manna Food Bank. Joining us to talk about the Pick a Bowl and Fill a Bowl events is Bill Clover, who is an instructor in visual arts at Pensacola State College, and Dee Dee Flaunlacker, who is the executive director of Manna Food Bank. And we say welcome to both of you today.
Thank you.
All right, Dee Dee, we'll start with you. Pick a bowl and fill a bowl. They sound a lot alike. They are a lot alike, but tell us what makes each of these events unique and how they benefit Manna Food Bank and through community involvement.
Absolutely. And you know, Pensacola State College is just an amazing partner. We thank you so much for everything that you do. For us, Pick a Bowl happens in November, and it is an event where people can come. It's a free event. Come and enjoy some good food, and we actually have an open bar with wine and beer and water as well. And we have a silent auction, and we actually have demonstrations that are going on that evening too. And by the way, you can go ahead and purchase a bowl that has been handmade that evening for early holiday shopping. And those bowls are only $30. And then in January, we have our Fill a Bowl event where you come and you purchase a bowl, and then we fill that bowl up with some delicious soup made by local restaurants. So.
Okay, so 2 events throughout the year that you're able to get a beautiful bowl and also get some good food, good socialization, and benefit the Manna Food Bank. Now let's talk to you, Bill. Who makes all of these bowls? And you brought us some of them today, and they're so beautiful. I actually have one from the Fill a Bowl event last January, and it's beautiful and I love it. But talk to me about who makes them.
You guys have been rehearsing. I get to ad-lib.
Go for it.
I make most of them. I mean, I do about 1,100 bowls. And I've got other students, retired people that have been out here teaching, that have taken my ceramics class, a bunch of faculty, and we do about 1,400 bowls. We're ready with that many for the first event. And I try to make some more during November and December for the January event, the Fill a Bowl. But I do most of them.
All right, and talk to us about how long it takes to make a bowl or all of the bowls.
If you've got one bowl like this, you wedge the clay, get it ready, put it on the wheel, throw the initial shape, then dry it down and you trim it, and I may put a handle on it that time. Then you've got to fire it to about 1800 degrees, and then I glaze it and it gets another firing. So basically I think you could figure about 10 to 12 minutes per bowl. And if you're making 1,100 to 1,400 bowls, I'm here day and night.
When do you sleep, sir?
Let's see it. Today's it. I get to sleep today.
You get to sleep today.
Today at 4 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, that's
For a few
today's it.
minutes.
No, I do put in an awful lot of time, but I do have a bunch of students that help me load kilns and do all the rest of this stuff. Yeah.
You know, it occurs to me as we're talking that, especially with the advent of the internet, you can buy anything from anywhere at any time of the day with just a click of a mouse. But you can only buy this in a couple of places, meaning a couple of times a year. And each one of these is different. You don't have a one-size-fits-all bowl, and that's great. That's unique.
I can't just make them all the same. Although I'll have about 6 to 8 sets, so that people can buy sets. We have people that come out and buy 30 bowls.
Wow.
And I keep their name, and we keep them in a closet, and they come back out of the closet and buy more bowls. It is. It's pretty amazing.
But even though there may be a set, each one is handmade.
Each one is different. Each one is handmade. There's different clays that are used, white clays and brown clays. But we fire them to cone 9, which is about 2,400 degrees. And it takes about 12 hours to get up to that temperature. And I think we probably fire, 10 to 15 kilns out here that primarily have Manna bowls in it for the 2 events.
All right, back to Manna. Let's go back to you, Dee Dee, now. Talk to us about what Manna does and how this event really helps the mission.
Well, Manna is a network of food pantries in our community in Escambia and Santa Rosa counties. Last year, actually, we provided food to over 42,000 people in need. And we do that free of charge. We help someone a maximum of 4 times a year, and we help them in the way of giving them groceries. So we give them a week's worth of groceries, and in that grocery bag, we include all 5 major food groups. So we really pack our bags as healthy as we possibly can. This event is, aside from bringing attention to Manna and what we do, it's a fun way for people to get involved with Manna and support us. Believe it or not, that one bowl makes a difference in somebody's life. Just one bowl makes a difference in someone's life for a whole week.
And that's where the number 30 comes in,
Yes.
because each bowl is priced at $30.
Yes, exactly. So when you purchase a bowl, you're getting this amazing, honestly, almost like a piece of art, in my opinion. Although I still
Thank
drink
you.
coffee and cereal out of mine,
Thank you.
my one of 10. But what's really important is when you purchase this bowl, we then are able to take that and we're turning that into food for someone in need for a whole week. So one bowl equals helping somebody for a whole week.
Okay, and we go from a space of time of a week to 8 years, which is how long this event has been going on and how long Bill Clover has been involved in it. We've talked about what it takes to make one bowl, much less 1,100 or 1,400 of them. Why do you do this?
The first year we did it, Sue Strawn came out and did a Angels in Our Midst thing, and she asked me that same question. And it's the same answer. There for the grace of God, go I. And you always worry about being able to provide for your family and yourself. Lord knows I do not need any extra food. But if I did, I can depend on people like this and Manna to help me. And that's primarily what we do. I do it. I started out doing it because I wanted to made sure I provided food for kids, formula, baby food, that sort of stuff. And as we went along, I would provide more and more as I could. And then the group came out and asked if we could do something, and my department said, "Yeah, Clover will do it." And so I have been doing that, but it has been more than rewarding. I'm an emotional guy, and I get people come up to me all the time and say thanks, and it's wild.
And that's you personally, and as a part of this college, what does it mean to you to be a part of such a great institution that reaches out beyond the walls of the classroom to the community?
I teach here, and I've taught here for 49 years, and that's pretty amazing to me also. It means that I can touch people, and they'll come up to me all the time from any place. It's a small town, we know that. People know us from all over, and it means that I can give something back to the community that has given me so much. I can give to the state college, and it's still hard to say state college and not junior college. I can give back to that, and they can then give to the community and get the recognition that they need. This is a great place, good school, good teachers, good students, and I love to do what I teach, and that's the ceramics.
So if you miss or unable to make the November Pickleball event, we want to make sure that you put January 17th, 2015 on your calendar for the Fillaball Day of Food and Fun. And to Dee Dee Flounlacker and to you, Bill Clover, thank you so very much for being with us today. Best of luck with your event, and get some sleep.
Today at 4, I told you.
Okay, thank you. All right, when we come back, we're going to tell you why many veterans are finding their way to the future, starting right here on the PSC campus. Walk through the campus and buildings of Pensacola State College on any given day, and you will no doubt cross paths with a number of military veterans. Pensacola State College is an increasingly popular choice for veterans, and PSC has received recent recognition for efforts to help veterans find their way to the future following their military service. The college has been named a 2015 military-friendly school by Victory Media. The designation is awarded to the top 15% of colleges, universities, and trade schools in the country that are doing the most to embrace military students and to dedicate resources to ensure their success in the classroom and after graduation. Currently, more than 2,600 veterans, active duty personnel, and their dependents are enrolled. PSC offers veterans many benefits, including a variety of scholarship opportunities. For more information about veterans programs at PSC, you can contact Veteran Services at 850-484-1670 or online at veterans@pensacolaState.edu. You may also call Veterans Upward Bound at 850-484-2068. And that will wrap it up for this edition of Pensacola State Today. I'm Drexel Gilbert. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us. We'll see you next time.